Susan. What you doing?
Howdy-ho, James. What's the game?
I'm so hungry I could eat for days.
Come on now, James. Don't be sad. Look over there. It's the fancy lad.
Ha ha ho! Hello there, children. How would you fancy some of my delicious fancy lad snack cakes?
Wow! Thanks, fancy lad.
Wow! Thanks, fancy lad.
I'll take my snack cakes across the world for the fancy boys and the fancy girls.
Fancy lad's the best in town. That fancy lad really gets around.
The thrilling tale of Zorbo's revenge continues tonight as Dr. Zorbo makes his way to the ocean world of Maul, accompanied by his new ally, General Confusion. Here, in the floating wave city, Dr. Zorbo seeks the recently invented Phlogiston Drive, an engine of terrible power that is perfectly suited to serve his fearsome Star Mangler. We join the action as Dr. Zorbo and General Confusion stalk the salt-sprayed streets of nighttime Wave City, approaching the warehouse where the Phlogiston Drive is stored.
Quietly now, General. Dr. Zorbo fears no man. However, we must take the drive under cover of darkness. This engine is a formidable source of power. At the heart of my Star Mangler, no authority in the galaxy will be able to stop me in my quest to destroy Captain Cosmos. At last we're here. We shall use the repulsor bells to lift ourselves unseen. To the roof, Confusion!
Ha! This warehouse door is no match for the metallic might of General Confusion. A bold entrance, exactly as planned.
Your fearsomeness is matched only by your foolishness, General. Let us act with haste before your blundering attracts unwanted attention.
Inside the darkened space of the warehouse, Dr. Zorbo seeks out the crate where the Phlogiston Drive is stored, only to find that someone else has gotten there first.
Get a move on, boys! That high-tech whatchamacallit is gonna make me the richest octopus this side of the galactic center.
Boss, I don't know how we're gonna get this thing out of here. Ain't none of us strong enough to lift it.
Use some of those anti-grav dollies over there, you morons! Any other you sea cucumbers got any dumb questions? I got 8 arms and a saw for every one of them, so think real careful-like before you ask. I crawled out of the sea and built a criminal empire the likes of which this planet has never seen, and I still gotta put up with these palookas?
Dr. Zorbo, that squid is stealing the engine we came to steal. Are we stealing from them, or are they stealing from us?
What's that? Somebody call me a squid?
I cannot imagine why I brought you on a stealth mission, General.
Agreed, Dr. Zorbo. A job like this requires daring and a full frontal assault, exactly as we discussed.
Whoever you are back there, you better get ready to sleep with the fishes. I got a whole chopper squad here to fill you full of holes. Get 'em, boys!
Dr. Zorbo and General Confusion hide behind a wall of crates as the octopoid mobsters' weapons rain screaming energy blasts in their direction.
Pinned down by the hapless minions of a backwater gangster. This insult shall not go unavenged. These hooligans will flee without their leader. Cut off the head of the snake, and the body will die.
Snake, where?
It was a metaphor, you simpleton. Swiftly now, General. Use your optical beam disintegrator and destroy this mobster mollusk.
Nothing could be simpler for the steely warlord of Spibula!
General Confusion's optical disintegrator lances skyward in a brilliant blast of energy. A girder from the structure above crashes to the ground, landing upon the advancing gunman.
That's exactly the opposite of what I meant, buffoon. However, I cannot fault the results. So now, to face this 8-legged strong armor.
Dr. Zorbo and General Confusion emerge from their hiding place, squaring off against the furious Octosaw.
So, you're the creeps trying to muscle in on my legitimate theft. A tin man and a bubble-brained clown. Well, that might be a fancy weapon you got, but I ain't met a goon yet who can face down the furious blades of Octosaw. I'm gonna cut you both down to chum!
Circle behind him, Confusion. He may have 8 arms, but he can't look in 2 directions at the same time.
A cunning plan, Doctor.
No, you idiot! That's the exit! Go forget it!
Octosaw, is it? Look, if profit is your goal, perhaps I have an offer that would interest you.
Yeah? It'd have to be pretty good. This here Flogi What's-It is worth a lot of credits. Why shouldn't I just kill you and take it?
Well then, I shall tell you. Imagine the money you could make with the power of the most fearsome evil minds in the galaxy at your side. The breadth of your criminal empire when, with my help, you spread it well beyond this soggy den of misery. Imagine what you could get away with in a galaxy without that do-gooder, Captain Cosmos. I am the once and future Emperor of the Universe, Dr. Zorbo. Give me the Flungston Drive.
Decken
and join
Sie
me in
sich
my quest to
ein,
reclaim my throne.
solange Sie
And I shall
die
bring you
Möglichkeit
power and
haben,
wealth, undreamt of, and your little octo-fantasies.
Emperor, eh? Sounds like a lot of dough in that racket.
Oh, yes. Fathomless riches.
Willkommen,
All yours to
Bürger. Ich bin zum Handel mit Vorräten
All right,
autorisiert.
Zorbo, you got yourself a deal. I need a vacation anyway. But you even think of cutting me out of the payoff, and
perish the thought.
And so, the evil Dr. Zorbo enlisted the help
Munition
of the mollusk Marlos
und
of Morph,
andere
gaining yet
Vorräte
another villainous
sind
ally
hier
in his quest to
verfügbar.
defeat Captain Cosmos once and for all. The Star Mangler moves ever closer to completion as Dr. Zorbo installs its new phlogiston drive. With the tentacle terror of Octosaw at his side and General Confusion's confusion corrected, what malevolent
Anforderungen
master of
sind
mayhem will
jetzt
Dr.
verfügbar.
Zorbo seek out next?
Meet Lorraine, your average housewife. She loves democracy, her family, and the good old
Bereit
American
zum
way.
Handel mit
Hi, Mary.
Vorräten,
I'd love to
Munition
catch up,
und
but I need to step
Ausrüstung.
out if I'm going to have enough time to pick up Junior from his baseball game. Oh, and then I need to also grab groceries and prepare a loving home-cooked meal for when Robert gets home.
Little did she know, what returned home that evening was not her beloved.
Hier
Welcome
können
home,
Sie
honey.
Ihre Vorräte
Robert.
auffüllen,
What
Bürger.
seems to be the matter?
It's been a hell of a day. You remember, John. He got tangled up in one of the machines at the factory today, and he'll never walk again.
That's
Schlagen
terrible.
Sie
But the
jetzt
terror
zu,
was just
solange
beginning.
der
It
Vorrat
only happened
reicht.
because the boss had him pulling 80-hour weeks. The boys and I are thinking of talking with the higher-ups about our conditions. If they don't listen, then by golly, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe we'll stop working.
Robert, darling, that sounds like...
Wenn Sie Vorräte
Well, what if it is?
einzutauschen haben,
I think a
kann
hard-working
ich
American is
helfen.
entitled to fair compensation for a fair day's work. If this system won't work, then maybe we just need to abolish it.
I left the stove on. Give me a minute.
Run, don't walk to your nearest theater to see
jetzt wird
every
gegessen.
American's worst nightmare.
Officer MacArthur speaking. What's your emergency?
I think I married a Maoist.
Witness what happens when horror comes home. Fear communism like never before. When you see the Reds in full Panalux color. Only in I
Wir
Married a
müssen hier dringend
Maoist.
sauber machen.
Paid for and directed by the U.S. Center of Anti-American Activities.
ist hart, hier über die Runden zu kommen.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Mortimer, where did you find this classic Ming vase? Surely you asked the museum for permission.
Oh, Vanessa. First of all, it's not me. I would appreciate if you didn't call me a communist. Second, I didn't purchase it from the museum.
Really? Was it at the gallery in Soho?
Getting colder.
The Bohemian Art Show in France?
You're freezing. Why, at this rate, I'm going to have to ask Mr. Hanley to turn on the furnace.
Well, you have to tell me. I simply must know.
I bought it at Appalachian Antiques.
Wait. You mean to tell me there's a store selling the finest in collectible antiquities right here in West Virginia?
That's correct. It's just up the road, north of Fort Defiance. Art and antiques, at prices only a true Watogan can afford.
Oh, thank heavens. I wouldn't want to run into any poor people on the way.
Nor would I, Vanessa. Nor would I.
Appalachian Antiques, the finest goods and antiquities for sale, but never on.
Enter a world of stories as weird and wild as man's imagination can conjure. A world where anything is possible. Where science and the mystical combine in surprising and unpredictable adventures. Enter a world of astounding, awesome tales.
Are you ready for more tantalizing tales of terror? Myths of monsters and machismo? The history of a heroic hunter? Good, because it is time yet again for another exciting journey with Rip Daring, Cryptid Hunter Extraordinaire. Joining the intrepid adventurer is his field medic, Guinevere, a nurse as equally skilled in medicine as she is at deflecting Rip. And lastly, the loyal Percival, Rip's personal butler, tailor, navigator, and monster lure. Join the crew, dear listeners, as we follow them on an exciting cryptid hunt. Tonight, we have a short but sweet adventure. Episode 23, Rip Daring and the Dearly Departed.
You smell that? Now that is the smell of freedom. That is the smell of the good old US of A.
Rip, that's manure. We're standing downwind from a farm.
No, my easily confused Guinevere. That is the scent of business. An entrepreneuring farmer who smelled an opportunity and dug out a little corner of capitalism to profit off of it. Nothing else is truer to the American spirit.
I'm sure that they have farms in China.
Don't be foolish. We all know that those commies feast off of American sadness, which is why we must starve them with our success. But enough of the beast of communism. We're here today for a different creature. We're here for... Percival. Percy, old boy, you can stop shining my boots for a second.
Yes, sir?
Remind Guinevere here of what we're hunting today. I want to make sure you're earning your keep, paying attention.
Well, sir, here is the documentation regarding the sightings and information we were given by the sheriff.
And come now, Percy, you know that I must keep my hunter senses sharp. I can't dilute my mind with that pointless dribble. If it were one of those astoundingly awesome tales books I can pick up for the affordable price of $29, that'd be another story. Summarize in 10 words or less.
Very well, sir. Wouldn't want to divert any blood from your muscle to your head, would we, sir? Sightings vary on appearance, so the creature can likely transform itself.
Should have known better than to have a robot try to count. I thought you knew ones and zeros. Percival, finish the sentence. Today we are hunting...
Not deer, sir.
Of course we're not hunting deer. I'm a cryptid hunter. Cryptids are not deer.
But not deer are cryptids, Rip.
Oh, no. Percy, this is your fault. Your nonsensical gobbledygook has spread to dear, innocent Guinevere, and I won't have it.
Heaven forbid you ever get infected by a thesaurus, sir.
That's why I keep dinosaurs at an arm's length. Let me bring this down to you.
The cryptid we are hunting is not deer, sir.
Most things are not deer. I'm not deer. Do you expect me to hunt myself?
I'd pay to watch that.
We cannot classify cryptids into deer and not deer categories. Most of them are not deer. What would be deer? Jackalopes? Technically.
As much as I would love to see Rip lose what little minds he has, I'm not getting overtime. First of all, set your paranormal scanner for creatures moving erratically without changing location.
Of course. Scanning. Oh. It seems that Master Rip's loud momentary confusion has drawn them to us. Oh, dear God.
Now's not the time for deer puns, Percy. Now is the time for action. My keen hunter senses have found a couple of creatures that fit into your deer cryptid category. You may think that those are simple deer, but don't let your gullible robotic eyes fool you. Note how the jaw extends to the torso and is filled with razor-sharp teeth. Antlers that shift and change shape as we watch. The hooves have digits like that of a human hand. These are either hooligans in shoddy costumes or some kind of strange, mutated stag.
In that case, sir, I think we should try to capture them. Perhaps we can learn how they freely modify their bodies. And if they are humans in costumes, we should probably...
Or I could mount their heads in my cabin. You know my preferred order of asking questions and shooting. Besides, shape-shifting deer will ensure I always have something new to watch above the fireplace.
There you have it, dear listeners. Another tale, another trophy for the mantle. The moral of today's story is, don't let dumb words get in the way of action. That's the Rip Daring way. Tune in next time for more exciting exploits and another incredible cryptid hunt.
Years ago, you saw the world stand together to fight against the slimaning. But what happens when the world needs the slime?
Let's get one thing straight, Slime. I don't like you.
You killed my wife. But damn it, you're the best bet we have at getting those nuclear codes back. Apologies mean little from the likes of you. Teach those commies a lesson about personal property, and then we'll talk.
This summer, it's slime to infiltrate. It's slime to love.
Why did you rescue me? I'm not your main objective. But maybe after this is done, I can.
It's slime to die. The chartreuse slime to slime to die. In theaters everywhere this July.
Ah, ist verdammt feucht heute.
Enter a world of stories as weird and wild as man's imagination can conjure. A world where anything is possible. Where science and the mystical combine in surprising and unpredictable adventures. Enter a world of astoundingly awesome tales. From the pages of Pope, straight to your radio dial. Join us once again as the Guild of Antiquities journey through time to uncover the mysteries of history. Led by the intrepid Katie Inkwell, listen as we unravel the most exciting enigmas of yesterday and tomorrow. Discover the secrets of lost artifacts and encounter untold danger.
Gee, Sally, is that a Portadiner guaranteed fresh pie?
It sure is, Billy. I always enjoy a Portadiner guaranteed fresh pie after dinner.
That sure does smell fresh. Where can I get a Portadiner guaranteed fresh pie?
Well, Billy, you can find a Portadiner guaranteed fresh pie at your neighborhood Red Rocket and other fine establishments.
How swell. I'm gonna get a Portadiner guaranteed fresh pie today.
Nothing hits your belly finer than goodies from a Portadiner. Guaranteed fresh.
Patrol, the musical. Bring the whole family to come see their favorite Power Patrol heroes, like Platinum.
Liberty, it wasn't just meant for me and you. It's our destiny to show the rest our point of view.
Brick House.
The Yukon 5, take no prisoners, we must defeat the Ice Fang Commissioner, Chaos!
And more, like they've never seen them before. Pick up an ice-cold Nuka-Cola from the concession stand and get ready to laugh, cheer, and sing along. Children ages 17 and up who want to become a real member of the Power Patrol can speak to a U.S. Army recruiter just outside the auditorium before and after the show.
Spread the word to every nation.
Liberty, your voice is strong.
Doors open at 6 on Saturday, November 6th.
Tonight, we bring you Chapter 2 of Escape from the 42nd Century, another classic tale from the Atomic Chronicles of K.D. Inkwell. We rejoin our adventure in progress, with our hero flung far from her present to a dystopian possible future. A world dominated by a nefarious hive mind of dolphin-human hybrid creatures bent on converting the last remnants of humanity into their soulless collective.
Well, this is new, and I don't think this is the past. The history deck's time locator seems to be reading... This can't be right. The 42nd century? Maybe Jenkins' calculations weren't ready to experiment with after all. The Chronotron backpack's time crystals are completely out of sync, and will need quite some time to realign themselves to my point of origin. What is with all the propaganda around here? Walking dolphins? That sounds ominous. Judging by the posters around here, I'm guessing that this mind organization isn't exactly welcoming of regular humans like me. Better find a spot to lay low as the time crystals resynchronize.
Out there, unevolved! We will capture you!
Uh-oh, that's not good. Atomic Quill, don't fail me now. That blinding flash bought me a bit of time for my escape, but I need to get out of here in a hurry if I don't want fins.
Strange one, over here. I am the help you need.
Thanks for saving me. By bringing me to the sewer.
Sewer home is the best home. The mine soldiers never venture to these depths.
I don't mean to seem ungrateful. This is all so new to me, I haven't had a chance to understand this brave new world. Let's start with something simple. Who exactly are you?
I have a name, and I am singular. I am the one called Jason David Braden. Proud unevolved, leader of the human resistance cell of Sector 19. Singular?
I'm K.D. Inkwell, the one and only. I have some time to kill before I can return to my home. Sector. Did I hear something on the loudspeakers earlier about sublimation candidates?
Come, there are friends you must meet. We will explain all.
Looking forward to finding out more about this wild world of yours.
A wild world indeed, KD. Lost in time in a land ruled by a heinous collective of genetic monstrosity, without free will, love, or any vestiges of compassion. Will Inkwell survive long enough for her crystals to sink back to her own time? Will she fall under the ire of mine and be forced to join the assimilated masses of dolphin-human hybrids herself? Who is the resistance of Sector 19? And will she be able to return the noble favor of Jason David Braden? Find out all this and more in the exciting conclusion to Escape from the 42nd Century.
You've seen them at the circus. You've seen them at Little Timmy's birthday party. You've even seen them on backwoods streets. But what if these friendly-faced fellows were actually frighteningly ferocious fanatics? Director Aaron Wyeth knows how terrifying this movie is and is willing to pay $1,000 to your next of kin should you die of fright. If you're brave enough, then come to the theater this October and watch as the clowns get their last laugh only in honk, honk, stab, stab, stab. Hello, listeners. Join us, if you will, on a trip directly into your television set as we get the behind-the-scenes scoop on all things television. I'm your host, Leonard Rock, for Behind the Silver Screen. Here's a sneak peek at this week's episode. Miss Claire Riddell, a budding new actress taking Hollywood by storm, is joining us today on the Silver Shroud television show set. Miss Riddell, what can you tell us about your role on the Silver Shroud television show?
Thank you for having me on your program, Mr. Rock. It's a pleasure. I'll be playing the Silver Shroud's love interest, the beautiful and deadly Mistress of Mystery, a popular character amongst the young ladies at home. Did you know, Mr. Rock, this will be the first time ever the Mistress of Mystery will be portrayed on live television?
Right you are, Miss Riddell. I can't wait to see you portray the Mistress of Mystery as she takes the leap from the dazzling pages of Hubris Comics and the GNR airwaves to our television sets. Truly remarkable.
It's an honor to take the mantle of the Mistress of Mystery from Miss Rivers as we enter a new era for the character. I grew up fondly listening to her on the radio and hope I can bring the character to life as she once had.
Here in safe and sunny California, we see the crew hard at work, building the hideout of the Silver Shroud. While filming will naturally be done here, I understand that you are expected to shoot on the rough and tumble streets of Boston. Tell me, Claire, it must be rather dangerous for you to take on bands of thugs and criminals. How do you manage to keep evil at bay?
Oh, Mr. Rock, I've been training to play the role of the Mistress of Mystery for a couple of weeks now. As you can see behind you, the crew is still hard at work building the set, so no actual crime fighting has happened just yet. My agent has also hired a martial arts instructor, keeps me in tip-top shape for when the day comes to take on Boston's evil criminal empire. Thankfully, the mistress is not taking on the entirety of Boston's criminal underworld alone. While she can pack quite the wallop, Silver Shroud is always close at hand. They make quite the tag team duo, if I do say so myself.
Well, how did you like that backstage sneak peek into the world of the stars? I hope you'll join me in seeing the young and beautiful Claire Riddell usher the Mistress of Mystery into her biggest adventure yet. You can see more of this interview on Behind the Silver Screen with me, your host, Leonard Rock. Thank you, and see you soon.
Chapter 4 of Heart of Steel, A Dread Island Tale. 7 days after their marooning, we find our trinity of wayward castaways making their way through the little explored northern region of the island. The need for fresh food has driven them ever further in their expeditions, and as luck would have it, they found a shallow pond teeming with bright fish. The weather was warm and the wind was mild, although young Anna had grown seasoned and wise enough to know that fine weather meant little for a fine day on Dread Island.
Hard. Great job finding this place. Look at all these fish. We can hang them up at camp to dry and we'll eat well for days.
Anna, it does appear safe, but we must be careful. We cannot grow complacent on this island.
Well, we've got you to look out, don't we, Hart? Say, why don't you tell us some jokes while we fish?
Yeah, some jokes, Hart.
Never trust atoms. They make up everything.
Tell us another, Hart.
Doctor, there's a patient on line 1 that says he's invisible. Well, tell him I can't see him right now.
You sure got some good ones, Hart.
Franklin, children, my sensors are picking up an energy signal in the vicinity. It appears harmless, but I cannot determine its location. The signal originates a short distance west of our position.
What is it, Hart? Should we go find out?
Easy, Amelia. Not so fast. Let's just take a quick look, okay, Hart? It may be something useful.
I am not reading immediate danger, but I advise you proceed with extreme caution.
Hart, Anna, and Emilio quickly set off, following the robot's sensor readings. Through hanging leaves and twisting vines they search, Hart's machinery carefully tracking the unknown signature. After a time, the thick vegetation gives way to a clearing that ends against a tall cliff of stone. Hart and the children find themselves at the threshold of a large entranceway leading deep into the cliff. A trapezoidal doorway twice as tall as a man. Set into the sides of the portal are strange devices, each containing a large, flat disc of a strange material and fastened on a swiveling mount.
Look at those things. Wow, Hart. Who could have built something this peculiar out of these big stones? And that device?
This construction contains the source of the energy readings. My scans indicate these structures are over 1,000 years old, and... Anna, I am afraid it looks like Emilio is not waiting for further analysis.
Anna, look! Emilio, wait! Don't touch anything!
Before he can be stopped, Emilio has pushed on the nearest of the odd metal devices along the side of the doorway. It spins far more easily than its ancient appearance would suggest. Upon coming to the end of its spin, the disc catches the beams of the bright afternoon sun. Anna's
Weg da! Ich brauche
eyes
etwas
as
Platz
the
für
beam
mich.
jumps down the hallway, illuminating it as bright as moonlight. As the
Vorräte
sunbeam
zu
travels,
stehlen
it meets
würde
smaller
mir
attached
viel
figures down the
Zeit
hall and
ersparen.
fills the
Leute für Rose umzulegen war deutlich besser als dieser Job.
Isn't that something, Hart? Oh, Heather would have loved to see such clever engineering.
Well, I'm the one who figured it out, Anna.
Correct, Emilio. However, I recommend
Gib niemals auf. Mach immer weiter. Dann schaffst du es schon.
Signal is close. My sensors have determined we could potentially use this energy to recharge my power cells.
Alright, well, it's worth a quick look. But like you said, Hart, let's proceed with
Vorräte zu stehlen würde mir viel Zeit ersparen.
Deep into the unknown. Finally, the long haul comes to an end, the sunlit discs revealing a large, circular rotunda. Dust swirls in the air, lit by the reflected sunbeams. In the center of the room, where the shaft
Es gibt heutzutage keine Rabatte für Rentner mehr. Wirklich eine Schande.
Deep blue in color, the size of a lady's slipper, it sits splendidly on top of the pedestal, wrapped in intricate bindings of metal and curiously
Ich muss
cut stone.
Luca-Schein probieren. Soll ein toller Trip sein.
Have you ever seen one like it?
Anna, this mineral appears to be able to absorb energy from the sun and store it. It seems to hold a significant capacitor charge.
We can take it, right? Finders keepers, you know.
Well, I suppose so. I don't see anyone around here using it for anything.
Anna, the item is useful to us. However, its origin is unknown, and I advise we
Proceed with extreme caution.
Proceed with extreme caution.
Okay, Hart, we will.
With that, Anna advances, reaching out and pulling the dark, enchanting item from its cradle on top of the pedestal. With a rumble, the pillar of curiously cut stone and metal bindings begins to turn, spinning on strange axes, like the workings of a mad clock. It rapidly sinks into the floor, and then the ground itself begins to descend with it, dropping down into darkness where the illuminating beams cannot reach. The looming pit quickly expands by concentric rows towards the Franklin children.
We must evacuate this area immediately.
What on earth was that voice? Emilio, come on, now!
Hart! Anna! Let's go!
The whole floor is dropping down. Something's down there.
The children and Hart rush back up the hallway, and every moment another row of floor drops away mere steps behind them. The robot grabs both children by the scruff of their coats and charges up and out of the bizarre collapsing tunnel. They stop and turn yards away as a dust cloud belches out of the entrance. Behind them, looming in darkness, some great invisible terror slowly grinds its way closer to the doorway, bellowing its stony refrain.
Hart, it's coming! Do something!
Anna, please keep Emilio back. I will engage my defenses.
Get it, Hart! Get it! Hart unleashes its powerful laser attack, blasting the cliffside above the stone entryway. Massive chunks of rock face break away and fall, collapsing inward on the great stone gate. 1,000,000 tons of rubble fill the space where the strange hallway once stood. A safe distance away, Hart, Anna, and Emilio brush themselves off and observe the pile of stone where the curious architecture once stood.
Hart, what could that possibly have been? Something was coming out of that dark cavern. Who built that place?
Unknown. Construction remains unidentifiable.
No more jewels, Anna!
You're right, Emilio. No more jewels, no matter how interesting they are. For that matter, no more going into any dark chambers. I think there's more strange things afoot here than we know.
With the lurking danger of the strange temple behind them, buried under tons of stone by Hart's laser, the three travel back towards their humble camp as the sun begins to set. Despite all they have learned and overcome so far, it seems there are still many secrets yet to be discovered on Dread Island.
We interrupt this program to bring you this important announcement. The
The Unstoppables need your help, and fast. The Diabolicals have trapped them in a sinister maze, and only you have the power to guide them out.
But I'm no superhero. What can I do to save them?
You can do plenty with an unstoppable attitude, $50, and your parents' permission. You too can be a champion of truth, justice, and capitalism. Advance across the Unstoppables versus the Diabolicals game board to free our 5 heroes and beat these dastardly Diabolicals at their own game.
Gosh, that sounds amazing. But I've got a lot of homework. Shouldn't I do that first?
There's no time. The fate of the universe is on the line, and the clock is ticking. Put down your pencil, hurry to your nearest retailer, and ask about the Unstoppables versus the Diabolicals game board today.
Saddle up Salisbury steak, America's most popular Salisbury steak. 2 of the reasons are flavor and creaminess. No other Salisbury steak has Saddle Up's rich, creamy texture. And no other Salisbury steak offers an official sticker on the package, proof of its smoothness. In a nationwide study of thousands of citizens with normal digestive tracts, noted steak specialists reported not a single case of irritable bowel, internal bleeding, or indigestion due to consumption of Saddle Up Salisbury steak. Taste for yourself, and you'll be the next to realize why Saddle Up Salisbury steak is the leading manufactured steak product in America and leads sales of all other factory-made Salisbury steak products by millions of barrels per year. Try it in a gelatin mold or alongside a lovely spoonful of salt. Saddle Up Salisbury steak, the creamiest canned steak with flavor in the entire world. Look for the official sticker on the box. The sticker guarantees quality Salisbury steak. Tonight, in Chapter 3 of Zorbo's Revenge, we travel to the far-flung reaches of space and the dual worlds of Y. A curiosity in planetary formation, the dual worlds of Y formed in tandem and share a single orbit travel between the two worlds began early in their culture development, and the war between them ravaged both sides for generations before they enacted the policy for greater unity. At birth, all YENs are biologically joined with a counterpart of the opposing planet, forming a binary culture that ended a millennia of global strife. Now the conflict is contained locally, as the forced conjoined twins live a life of constant bickering. Two such twins are the genius scientists Opus and Obra. Dr. Zorbo is seeking out their dual-core binary fusion processor technology to power the supercomputer of his Star Mangler. The twins have nearly perfected the final prototype, but have reached an